I'm Senator Bridget McKenzie, Australia's Minister for Sport and Minister for Rural Health. It's my great pleasure to address France's first national conference on health prevention. Today I want to talk about how Australia is successfully reducing tobacco smoking, as well as how we're tackling obesity and encourage all Australians to be more active. We're committed to doing this because we know, as you do, that a focus on prevention will benefit not only people, but the budgets of our health systems as well. Australia is a world leader in reducing smoking rates. We've taken some bold steps, and not without significant efforts, in our quest to reduce smoking rates here in Australia. Tobacco use is the leading cause of preventable and premature death and disability in Australia, killing almost 19,000 Australians in 2011. One life lost to a preventable condition is one too many. It's important to note that tobacco use is the only risk factor shared by all four main categories of non-communicable diseases: cardiovascular disease, cancer, chronic respiratory disease and diabetes. The weight of evidence about the harm of tobacco causes is simply impossible to ignore. In 2004-05, the most recent data we have, it was estimated that the social and economic cost of smoking in Australia was $31.5 billion. That's why the Australian government embarked on a national strategy to prevent the uptake of smoking and encouraging existing smokers to quit. At the national level, we've increased the excise on tobacco, funded education programs and campaigns, introduced plain packaging of tobacco products, and updated larger graphic health warnings on tobacco products. We've prohibited tobacco advertising and promotion and provided support to smokers who want to give up smoking. It's been a huge effort over many years and one that was agreed to by all levels of government in Australia and has great support from non-government organisations. And I'm really pleased to say these measures have been having the desired effect. Smoking in Australia continues to decline, with the daily smoking rate for people aged 14 over almost halving since 1991. That is significant benefit. We'll also continue with these measures. The Australian government will press ahead to make sure smoking rates decline even further, because it would be incorrect to assume that smoking will continue to decline without keeping up the commitment to our tobacco control measures. We'll also continue to work hard to reduce rates in some particular population groups where they haven't dropped as much as we would have liked. Like many countries in the developed world, Australia is also tackling the issue of obesity. Obesity places considerable burden on the individual and is a long-term, costly public health problem. The Australian government is addressing this difficult public health issue by investing in a range of preventative health activities. Our aim is to provide people with the information and support they need to take personal responsibility for their health by making improvements to their lifestyle. I strongly believe that sustainable, real, long-term behaviour change comes from people taking charge of their own decisions about what they eat, in what proportions, and how much physical activity they do. My final point is about how the Australian government supports and encourages our citizens to make physical activity a part of their lives every day and at every stage. We've developed national guidelines, which are available online to everyone, about what duration and intensity of exercise is considered appropriate for each age group for health benefits. Our very successful Girls Make You Move campaign encourages and motivates young women 12 to 21 years old to participate in sport and physical activity. It's on Snapchat and Facebook, so get on and have a look. We've also introduced the Sporting Schools initiative to provide opportunities to school children to participate in sport, to encourage them to develop good habits which will underpin lifelong physical fitness and involvement in sport. It's Australia, we love it. We love our sport. Whether it is organised or just going for a walk in the park, being active plays a significant role in living the best life possible and each of us achieving our full potential. Regular and sustained exercise is good for your body, but it's also great for your social life, your mental health. It helps to control your weight, blood pressure, cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and bone and joint problems. And it also reduces anxiety and stress. Not to mention, it's fun. Australia is working hard to make sure all Australians have access to the information and support they need to live longer, active and healthy lives. I wish you well at your first French National Conference on Health Prevention, and I look forward to hearing about the outcomes. Au revoir.